Boys and girls, really cool stuff happening today. We have partnered up with a couple companies to test out an exciting new product in the RBZ. I'm really excited today. It's gonna be awesome. But before we get to that, I owe you guys a whole bunch of updates because it's been a while and there's been a lot of stuff going on. First, update on Mrs. BC. I told you last time she was gonna get some more imaging. That imaging came back. They found 2 more suspicious lumps. There's a plan of action that's put in place. She's already been into 1 surgery. She starts chemotherapy in a couple weeks, surgery at the end of the summer, and then some more treatments and stuff like that. It's gonna be a rough summer for sure, but she's doing all right. She's feeling good. She's keeping herself educated and informed and positive attitude, eating healthy, and just preparing for this next big adventure chapter thing that she has to go through, that we have to go through. So she really wants to express her heartfelt, sincere gratitude and love for all the comments, the support, the prayers, everything that you guys have been sending in. It really means a lot to both of us. So thank you very, very, very much. Pink Z engine is out. Engine is completely disassembled, getting ready to head off to the machine shop. Here it is. Engine bay's empty, super cleaned inside. Start and fit in the big brake kit. Lots of modification required. It's been an adventure. Headlights are done. They turned out pretty good. I put the rubber on them and then realized they had brand new rubber in the trunk. So I'll be removing that, putting this brand new stuff on. Here's the turbo that came out. Turns out we don't know what it is. I've contacted all the different companies. None of them are taking claim for that. So I don't know what it is. It's just some sort of one-off custom modified stock turbo. So I don't know. No updates on her. Haven't done much. The situation with the Gloria, still moving forward. It's just taking time. But that is still in the works, and all parties involved are super excited for that. Green Z, totally torn apart. Yesterday, just felt like wrenching out in the garage. Just totally tore the whole front end off the car and starting to prepare for bigger and better things with that. Tyler Z. Man, so much progress on Tyler Z. Went out there, went through all the things, started putting stuff together. Then the magic moment came, man. The first start in 3.5 years.
Ready? Yeah.
So that was about a week ago. I went out again yesterday because we couldn't keep it running. It would only run if it was under like foot load. I went through all of the idle stuff, found a lot of corrosion, cleaned that up. I don't have video of it, but we'll see it soon enough. Yesterday we fired it up and it just ran perfectly on its own. Like no manipulation, everything was awesome. He still got to fill it full of coolant, power steering fluid. So yeah, he's super excited, man. It's good times. He's through the roof, man. It's so awesome to see everything that's going on with that. And lastly, clean shaven, fresh haircut. Why? Because my internship's over. It went really, really well. But yeah, tomorrow I got to get back in uniform for 2 more weeks. It's what they call like out processing or clearing the process when finalizing everything, signing document, turning in equipment, settling any final debts. I'm basically being taken out of the system and put into the retiree system. So it requires me to go do the soldier stuff and look like a soldier guy again. So it'll be 2 weeks of doing that. And then I'm a free man. I'm a free man. I'm officially done. The only time I'll put on boots again is when I'm hiking. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about today. So let's just get into it. So some time ago now, and like I said, there's been a lot going on. To these 2 companies, I really apologize and thank you so much for your patience in me. I am very humbled to be receiving this as the tester for this prototype. I couldn't be more excited, man. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a great addition to the RBZ. So a couple videos ago, I was working on the dual wideband control and I kept talking about my spaghetti, man. After watching that video, Remade in USA, a company on Instagram, you've probably seen them. They specialize in GTR intake throttle body systems and restoring them back to like super OEM factory. Was reached out to them and they said, hey man, have you seen this product? It's like a gauge setup and blah, blah, blah. I think it would work really well to get rid of your spaghetti problem. And I was like, yeah, that's neat. I'll check it out. He's like, no, man, you don't understand. I want to sponsor you this gauge kit. And I was like, sweet. So he talked to the company that makes it. They're called Wend, and I'll also put their link in the description. And Wend is coming out with this new universal prototype, triple gauge for a single din. They currently make kits for Skylines. They said, hey, we're coming out with this more universal kit. We don't know if it's gonna fit your Z. Would you be willing to test it for us and see if it works? And I was like, heck yeah, man. In collaboration with Wend and Remade in USA, TueZday Garage is so happy to be the tester for this triple kit. I've already opened the box simply because it would just be easier on camera, but I have not really messed with what's inside, so we're kind of gonna explore this together. All right. Okay, here they are, Wend QR code. Got some slaps and the product. Okay. It almost looks like a little pocket thing for the Z. Let's put this down here. Look at that. Super, super cool. All kinds of mounting and universal stuff. And it's ran through the can harness. These gauges are anything I want them to be. And this is what I know so far. They're digital gauges. They look completely analog with freaking sweeping arms and everything. And using their gauge control app through Bluetooth, I can connect to this single DIN triple gauge and make this be anything I want it to be that the computer is reading. Through the can harness, it's talking to the hall tech, and anything the hall tech can see, I can put it up on a gauge and see it. It's awesome, dude. It's like rather than having the fixed 3 gauges, which are really important to me in the car, and maybe having a laptop on the passenger seat to look at other things, I can just pull up my phone and just make one of these gauges temporarily tell me what I want it to tell me. And that's even helpful for like when I get into the tuning and all the other stuff, or just if something's not feeling right, I'm not fixed to those 3 gauges that I have. So that is super cool. I'm really excited. This looks super cool. I have not messed with it yet. However, I was told I could fire it up on the bench just using a USB-C, and that because this was made for me, there is a special little something that will happen when it first starts up. Let's check it out, because I don't know, man. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be super cool. So there's a little port right here on the side, and I wanna just get it. Okay, it's ready. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Oh. Bro. Oh, that's super cool. Okay, look at that. So we got battery, what is that, coolant, turbo PSI. Now supposedly I can go ahead and connect to it Bluetooth on my phone. So let's try that. Give me a second. I just connected to it and everything switched to config mode. So now I'm here for scanning device. I found the device. Okay, here we go. Slide to connect. And now I'm connected. Oh, and okay, now it's showing me cool. Okay. So I click on the gauge and then I can go down here. Bro. What is that? Oil pressure? Oil temp. And it's changing here. See that? That's fuel? Oh, fuel temp, air intake temp, exhaust gas, water pressure, oil pressure. Let's go oil pressure. Okay. We'll leave coolant. Oh, and I could just do that. Wow, that's way more. I'm gonna do the ones that I think I can actually see. We're just testing here. Let's just do air intake temp. And then we'll go to the 3rd gauge and we'll make that one. Yeah, let's just go air to fuel. Okay, sweet. Oh, and check this out. Gauge look, Z32 Fairlady Z. That's awesome because it's been programmed. That's great. What's tribute mode? Okay, so I can change the way, if I do none, I got Nismo old logo, Gretty. Oh, see how it's changing the gauges? AFR, it's making them look like all the things are positioned the way that gauge would look. Let's do Nismo old logo. Yeah, that's mid logo. That's Nismo old logo. Sweet. Okay, now, how do I save what I'm doing? If I just disconnect, will it keep Okay, that's it. I programmed the things. Okay, cool. Now we could test it in the car. Now it's still in configuration mode. How do I, let's see. If I just go to my Bluetooth and shut that off. Okay, we're out. Oh, sweet. It's got the Nismo old logo. That looks super cool. That looks super cool. Okay, now because this is a CAN bus system, and it's gonna talk directly to the ECU, there were a couple other things I needed, which was another reason why this kind of took a long time to come together. First thing, 4-port hub. This is so now I can connect the ECU to one, we'll have the dual wideband in another, and now we'll have this gauge cluster in another one, which this is another CAN cable for this gauge cluster. I went ahead and got 4 feet just so I have plenty of space to get up and move around. And then, you know, get rid of some of my spaghetti and be a little bit more legit, because if I'm being honest, I was kind of just doing my thing and being cheap and using the resources I had. I went ahead and got actual Haltech auxiliary harness for the Platinum ECU, so we can run this. It's the official harness. We can make our own loom and be way cleaner for all the other things that are going into the auxiliary and aren't on CAN. So that should be really nice and awesome. I actually got 2 of them, one for the Stagia when we go into future things with that. I think we've got everything we need to actually put it in the car and test that out. But before we do that, I think I gotta remove a couple things. So yeah, let me do that. Let me prep the area for the install of this, and let's see the magic happen. I think I've pretty much got everything ready. I went ahead and removed the center. I'll show you my harness that I built using old plugs, right? So there's part of the harness that's all the gauges. And then the back here, it's all connected to these 2 connectors. But like a knucklehead, I must have gotten lazy and had one power ground that I didn't separate. So I can't fully disconnect this. And I don't want to totally get rid of these gauges right now, because I really want the information that these gauges are telling me: fuel pressure, oil pressure, and coolant temperature. And right now, none of those sensors are talking to the ECU. Hence the reason why I got that auxiliary harness, is so that I can actually get those sensors tied into the ECU. Honestly, that's just going to give even future protections when I can put in fail safes for stuff like fuel pressure and oil pressure and stuff like that. But those sensors are expensive, and right now is just not the right time to be trying to wire those sensors in, but in the future that'll happen. So for right now, we're just kind of testing this fit and seeing how it looks inside the car, making sure it fits to be able to provide that feedback back to Wend Lab. And then at a future time, when I get those sensors tied into the ECU, I can run this gauge setup full time, which is exciting. This right here is the connection, the USB that goes up into the glove box to connect the computer. So I'm just gonna pull that out temporarily. This here is gonna be the harness that's coming from the dual wideband into the ECU. So we'll just disconnect this here. Now this side runs to the ECU. So we're gonna install the little jumper harness that came with the 4-port, like that there. We'll take the 4-port. This is all temporary, guys. This is all temporary. Let's see, which way does it connect? Okay, it's gonna connect like that. So now the ECU is connected to the 4-port, dual wideband down, and connect that into the ECU, just like that. Lastly, again, temporary, I'm just running up there because I wanna be able to close things up. This is for our new Wend Lab gauge setup. Okay. So we're all wired in. We've got the gauge here. Like I said, I can't fully disconnect that. So actually went out to the barn and grabbed the center panel from the Green Z, which ironically, for what I didn't want to be a parts car, seems to be losing more and more parts. Thank you, Tyler. No, it's all good. Okay, here's the cable now coming from the ECU. So we'll connect that to the system like that there. And then right now we're just gonna slide this in. I really don't want to take the double DIN unit out. I'm gonna try to overlay this real quick, ever so gently overlay this front panel on while trying to manipulate the gauges, just since we didn't screw them in. So give me just a second. Okay, there we are. We're good. Let's take a look at it, give some feedback. Again, it's not mounted. So, but there is a small gap on that side and kind of all around it, to be honest. It's not bad. I mean, it's a lot like the stereo, or the head unit. It looks like it's at a little bit of an angle, and again, that's probably just because it's not mounted. Yeah, overall, it fits pretty good. It seems a little better on this side, but that'll probably just come when the screw holes are actually lined up. But overall, I like how it sits. I'll probably recess it a little further. Let me see if I can do that right now. Okay, I've got it recessed a little further, but again, it's not mounted. Like, it would be somewhere around there. That's not bad. I might just make like a plate that goes around the outer edge that then sits behind the console piece just to fill that gap. Maybe reusing this plate and then cutting a square out of it that this window part fits through, so that recess gap, it's more flush. Yeah, I'm just not I mean, you guys know me, right? Kind of more OEM plus. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% on that, but let me go grab the key and we'll fire it up. What I don't know is if we have to do anything with the ECU to let it know there's a hub or that these new gauges are here. So let's turn it on and see what happens, and then if we have to pull out the laptop, we'll do that. All right, step one, let's power it on. Oh yeah, sweet. That's just on accessory it powered on. That's great. That means it's getting power and it remembered the settings that we gave it. So that's good. Switch to on. Uh-oh. The freaking battery's flat. All right, let me put a jump pack on it. Dang it. Okay, practice round complete. Here we go. Jeez Louise. That sounds better. And it fired up. And it restarted. Interesting. Okay. We instantly have air intake temp. So it is talking to the computer. Excellent. I am going to connect to it. Okay, it's connecting. We are connected. Oh. Okay, let's switch. Now we can, I see other things. Air to fuel. Pressure, PSI. All right, let's go to the gauges. Let's change, so the coolant should change. Let's change lambda to boost. Okay, we got boost. And save. Disconnect. And it's still in configuration mode. Just because I'm Bluetooth connected, I guess. So do I forget connected? No. I guess I have to fully disconnect Bluetooth. Oh, no, there it went. Okay, now boost is not showing vacuum. Coolant temp is now in Fahrenheit, but the car is still cold. Let's try something other than boost. In here, let's just do voltage. All right, that's working too. I'm trying to think of the things that the computer can see right now. But that's cool, man. That's super dope. You know, one of the reasons why I've always gone with the Autometer Z series gauges is because of the orange needles and the white lettering. So it looks very OEM. And I love these because they have that OEM feel with the orange needle. It's like that analog old school feel, but it's all digital and amazing. So I really, really like that a lot. I think that is super cool. Let's see what other gauges we may be able to look at. Instead of battery, let's look at what else might be happening here. injector duty. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, disconnected. I think it just takes a while to let go, but I notice as soon as I go back to Bluetooth, it lets go. We're not getting any injector duty information. So again, what I don't know is what the ECU can see and what it can't see, or what I need to tell it to output. It seems like this is pretty plug and play, but again, I didn't scan the QR code or look at the manual. I'm just kind of freaking winging it. So, but overall, man, super happy with this. I'm gonna set up one more set of readings and then I'll be right back. Okay, all right. So now we got air intake temp. I've got it on this really cool turbo gauge, and then throttle position, so we can see things happening. That's awesome. Super cool, man. Oh, she is smoking. She's running a little rich. Good Lord. Oh, got an angry spider here getting gassed out. All right, woo, we are smoking out the garage. Let me turn her off and disconnect this. Oh, I should probably even just shut this thing off. Okay, let me switch her off. Cool product. I'm going to play around a little bit more with the fitment. My initial, I mean, again, this is meant to be like either their Z32 line or more of a universal single DIN line, not specific to Skylines, right? And again, they reached out to me to kind of be that that tester for them, which is so cool. Even if this thing was centered, there's just an ever so slight gap around it. Could I get over that? Yeah, I could get over that. Would it be nicer if it was the full size? Absolutely. I mean, I think DIN is an industry standard size. Let me take this out real quick. Perhaps, because if you look, right, the mounting is the same width as the thing, and I mean that's the same with the stereo. I think maybe if I put just some sort of ever so slight flashing around the edge here so that it picks up the gap visually, just visual aesthetics, right? It picks up the gap around the DIN opening. I think that would be great. I mean, it's awesome the way it is. Second impression, use of the Bluetooth app, cool, super cool. The fact that I hit disconnect in the app and it doesn't appear to be disconnecting until I go back to my actual Bluetooth menu. I don't know, maybe it's user error. I'm an old man with technology, so, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. If I just stay there, even if I hit disconnect and I just stay in the app, it just keeps saying it's in configuration mode. The fact that these guys put that race car like as the splash screen, that's next level, dudes. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And it really means a lot to be reaching out to me and TueZday Garage to like be the ones to like help you review this product and to be the recipient of this product it means a lot. And so thank you, Remade in USA, and thank you, Wend Lab. It really means a lot to me. Am I gonna run these gauges immediately? No. Not immediately, and for the reasons I already talked about before. These things are unobtainium now, and if there are 3 pieces of information I need to know, it's fuel pressure, oil pressure, and water temp. On the stock schematics of a Z32, water temp and oil pressure just go to the gauge cluster. They don't talk to the ECU. The way I have the fuel pressure reading we're getting is actually off of the Tomei fuel pressure regulator here, and that's just wired straight to the gauge. It's its own independent thing. I have the auxiliary harness. I know the Tomei one can wire directly into the Haltech. I just need to do that. And then, but I'm gonna need different sensors for the coolant and the oil pressure. The sensors I'm using are auto meter sensors. They're meant to work with the gauge. So I'll have to figure all that out. So while I do that, I will continue just to be very grateful, and I want to get this installed. I think it's amazing. I've always been on the fence about digital gauges, but the fact that they look OEM, just like the Nissan gauges, it's sick, dude. It's just sick. I love it a lot. I love it a lot. And to be able to have that huge wide array of feedback on any system I want to look at just by the touch of my phone, I think is just incredible. As we continue to refine and revise the RBZ, adding more and more sensors, not only for the engine protection value, but to be able to get that feedback and look at it. Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. I hope you enjoyed this. There will be links to both Remade in USA and Wend Lab in the description. Thanks again to those companies for trusting me and reaching out to me to test this product for you. And thank you so much for the product. I'm over the moon and I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for believing in me and believing in the TueZday Garage and helping me solve my spaghetti problem. Like bringing me into the 21st century. I really appreciate it a lot. Please use those links and go visit Wend Lab and see if there's products out there for you. I know for the R33, not only do they do a triple gauge setup for the R33, but they also have a clock replacement gauge, so you could have 4 gauges all with tons of information. Hopefully, provided this feedback brings the Wend Lab gauge to a Z near you. I would love to see that. That and all the other things. So anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks again to Wend Lab and Remade in USA. Ciao a tutti and aloha. Bye-bye.